So, hello, welcome. It's been a little while since we had an online session on the YouTube channel, so hopefully things will be back to normal for a little while now. Thank you very much for joining us here for our meditation prayer group in St Mary's Church in Killarney, and welcome to those who are here in person. Lovely to see you all. And we're going to start in our usual way. Let us close our eyes and try and relax. Just try and let go of the tension in the muscles. And as always, we remind ourselves that we meditate in the presence of God, and that God is closer to us than we are to ourselves. And let us ask the grace of the Holy Spirit to guide us in our meditation. And so at the sound of the gong, we will bring into our mind our sacred word, Maranatha. Okay? Everybody all right? Lovely, lovely. Distraction. How many of you were distracted during a meditation practice?
Yes.
Everybody, absolutely, everybody. Why? Because it's supposed to be like that. Yeah, it's supposed to be like that. We talk a lot about the ways in which the technique for meditation is working at the deeper level, but it's always useful to go back to the simple practicalities and to understand. It doesn't matter how well you feel, the moment your little toe starts to hurt, you focus on it. Yeah? That very moment, that's all your attention goes on your little toe because it's twinging. Yeah? Distraction. It doesn't need it. Something else is going on inside. It's like when somebody comes to visit you, and you're not exactly keen on them visiting you at the time, and within a couple of minutes you say, "Well, thank you very much for coming. Shall I show you the door?" You know, or even when you're really pleased to see them, yeah, and they're very welcome. And then you turn to them and say, "Well, thank you very much for coming and visiting me. I'll show you the door." You know, distraction. Meditation operates at a different level to normal life, and the way in which we connect with it is as an important distinction for us. So, what is it that we're supposed to be doing? People say that if they meditate in a group, it's much easier. Yeah, it's much easier. Right, and if you meditate alone, it's harder. Good. Excellent. This is the way it's supposed to be. Because when we meditate alone, we're being invited to deal with some of the harder tasks. Yeah. When it's all very well when you're sitting in a boat and there are 4 of you and you're all rowing together. It's much easier to row. But if you're in the boat on your own, it's much harder to row. But you're training. Yeah, you train the muscles, you train the technique, because you're on your own. So it's supposed to be harder when you're on your own. So all of these things are pointing us to a particular truth about meditation. Meditation is, its sole intention is to train our subconscious, our inner mind, to train our subconscious to be vigilant. To be vigilant. Because eventually what we want is for our inner mind to notice distraction is coming our way and to say, stop. Yeah? Even before it gets close. That's the intention of meditation, is to train us how to do that. And so the more it happens, the better it is for us, because we hone our skills to be able to do that. So that it does not matter whether the thought is a nice one or a bad one. It's irrelevant to the fact that we train ourselves in our subconscious actually to stop the thought. So there's that sense of vigilance which is being looked at. It's called attentiveness. And attentiveness is one of the crucial skills of those who follow this path. Learn meditation, learn quiet, stillness. Quiet is not quite the right word, stillness. To be able to allow ourselves to be in that space where God can communicate, can sit with us, so that we can be healed from within. Because the more we refuse entry to these things, the less they happen. The less they happen. And that opens up the possibility that we become totally attentive, totally present to the Divine Spirit. Completely. And nothing else that's going on around us intrudes. Nothing intrudes at all. It doesn't matter if it's a noise outside, a twinge of a toe, an unwelcome guest. None of these things will intrude. So meditation at the practical level is constant training on inner being able to do these things, so that when we are in that space, when we are properly present to God in that space, we are an entirely whole person. We are one. Yeah? We don't any longer talk about our spirit or our consciousness or our subconsciousness or our ego or anything like that. We don't talk about any as individual separate items. We become entirely one, and there's nothing to distinguish the oneness. Yeah? When we become one, we are in the image of God. We are in the image of God, who is one. As we were meant to be. As we were meant to be. Okay. Any questions? You're hopeless, you lot. You're not asking questions. Eh? You're hopeless. No, you're the same. I never get any questions from you lot out there. But no, just to say, for clarity's sake, I announced recently that I will retire soon, on the 1st of July. And so I'll be moving away from Killarney. And so I intend to close down this group at a suitable time before that happens. It's been 12 years now that we've been running this group. Nearly 12 years. And we've moved a long way. We have attained to a great depth with each other. It might be that we will run for a few more sessions before we finish. Yeah, we will see how it goes. All right. Thank you very much for joining us for our Christian meditation prayer group here in St Mary's Church in Killarney. Thank you for logging onto YouTube and participating with us. And thank you to everybody who was here in person. God bless you all.
The ferry will be running in the summer. You won't have to go around by Port McGee. The journey wouldn't be as long, you know.
Sorry, John?
I'm saying that the ferry from village, there's a ferry, like you wouldn't have